Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Intellicus live demo on optimizing site selection with advanced location analytics. Drive business success by choosing the right location. We have with us Mr. Piyush Tiwari, our head of sales, and Mr. Anurag Sanghai, our principal solutions architect. They both will be taking us through the corporate presentation. We also have with us Mr. Sagar Koti, our solutions engineer, who will be taking us through the demo. We will take all your questions at the end of this session. You can either write them down in the chat or the question and answers window. Our team will connect with you over mail in case we are not able to squeeze them in this session. Over to you, Piyush.
Thank you, Rohini. And thank you everyone for joining this webinar, sparing 30 minutes of your valuable time. I'll make sure that you will get good quality out of this webinar today. So we are well-established, 20 years old organization. We have so far delivered 17,000 plus, organizations BI, and most of them are Fortune 500 as well. Around 200K plus users are using, and some of the examples are below of our enterprise level customers or partners. They are using Intellicus. These are the recognitions so far we have got from industry for our quality delivery and SLAs. We basically offer three parts. One is that the unified data engineering and analytics platform. That's a software, BI software. Second is that the BI consultancy services and implementation services, where we help you understand that how your BI should shape for next 5-10 years. And then we help you implementing those roadmap and required reporting capabilities and dashboarding capabilities your organization is looking for. And we provide on-site, off-site, both support and maintenance, post-production services. These are our platform capabilities. So I would request my colleague, Mr. Anurag Sanghai, to help me out. Over to you, Anurag.
Thank you, Piyush, and good afternoon all. So let me walk you through the different features and components of Intellicus. So Intellicus is a web-based, true unified data engineering platform. So it's an all-in-one solution for data engineering, from extraction to outcome. Now it comes with a built-in ETL module. So this means you can seamlessly collect and transform data from various sources. Now, once the data is extracted, the semantic layer module is used for data model preparation. So where you can organize your data and represent your data in proper business taxonomy. Intellicus has integrated advanced machine learning based analytics, data science based analytics, where you can do forecasting or what if analysis. So you can execute any R or Python code or model within the Intellicus platform. Okay. We provide rich visualization layer, almost 70 plus different charts, maps, and cross-tabular view options available are available. And our dashboards are self-serve with this advanced visualization where you can analyze and visualize your data the way you want it, making your analysis more insightful and engaging. So it's all interactive, low-code, no-code platform. In addition to the dashboard, we offer all variety of reporting, from canned reports to templatized report to advanced Excel-like reports, smart reports. So all different varieties of reports are available. We do offer native mobile app, both on Android and iOS. So the dashboards and reports, they can be rendered and analyzed in a size responsive and an interactive manner on the mobile app as well. We do offer Gen AI capability, where you can interact in the natural language and get the insightful information again in the natural language with a root cause analysis. You can set up a real-time alert and notification. You can set up a threshold where whenever there's a notification or system will keep you informed as soon as an event happens. Product comes with an auto scheduler where all of the activities like report generation, dashboard generation, or any ETL activity that can be scheduled to run at a specific interval or at a specific condition. Now, all of these insights can also be run in a batch mode if you want to do a bulk delivery, like sending out the reports to multiple recipients with row level security intact. So when that provision is there. And the overall product is an enterprise grade secured product. So we get our product pen tested and VAPT tested by a third-party auditor, and we have been rated 5-star in the testing, which is highest on the scale. Now here, let me walk you through the data flow architecture of Intellicus, like why it's called a unified data engineering layer, and how Intellicus serves as a unified platform that encompasses the entire data journey. Okay? Now at its core, Intellicus can ingest data from various sources, including ERP systems, CRM systems, warehouses, cloud. It could be any web service, REST post. It could be any file, CSV, JSON, Excel. It could be in real-time messaging queues, even social media where the data is structured or unstructured or semi-structured. So it can connect to all of these different sources. The connect, collect, and analyze layer. So these three layers combinedly create the unified view or the unified flow, where the first connect layer acts as a bridge between the data sources and the BI server. Now, through established connections, user can query the data, they can do the ETL, they can transform the data, and they can use it for further analysis. You can also leverage machine learning for advanced data cleansing or adding more insights to the data. Now the collect layer acts as a storage. Now if you, after the ETL, if we want to store the data, the product comes with a built-in capability of having a materialized data cubes as well as a columnar data storage. So no need to kind of procure an external database or a data system or a data mart for storing. That comes alongside with the product. We do have an option, like if we want to do a write back, we can store the information or write back the information to an external source also, which you see as a centralized data store in the bottom. The semantic layer gives the data abstraction and the business representation to the data so that you can analyze the data into different forms in form of a dashboard, compliance report, MIS report, could be a self-serve ad hoc reports. You can do a scheduled delivery, recommendations, alert notifications, or view it on the mobile app. Now with the role level security and role-based access control, again, that's part of the system. We can strategize this analysis for different set of users and roles, from management to the end business user, where they can only see the data which they have access to. So this covers the full spectrum. So the platform includes all the foundational modules. What you've seen is a powerful UI layer, a data storage layer, semantic models, machine learning integration, automated schedulers, alerts, workflow designers. Now these modules act as a building blocks to develop plug and play commercially off the shelf AI-based apps or data solutions. So you can use orchestrate these modules based on your business requirement and design and publish new solutions without requiring any coding skills. So now let's move to the live demonstration of one of the solution which is developed over Intellicus. I'll like to invite Sagar Koti from my team to give the live demonstration.
Thank you, Anwar. Hello, everyone, and welcome all to today's session on location intelligence. Today, we'll be demonstrating our innovative solution designed to help you identify the most profitable locations to open a new outlet using advanced location intelligence and machine learning. Our solution provides interactive dashboards that leverage advanced geospatial analysis and machine learning based algorithm to recommend the best location for new outlets. So now when we do this, we take into account of various factors across businesses such as competitive proximity, highway distance, points of interest like shopping malls, hospitals, airports, tourist attractions, and these points of interest can vary from business to business, and it can be customized and expanded. By analyzing these data points, our solution can identify and score the most optimal clusters, ultimately recommending you the top locations for maximum profitability. For example, we will also see how step by step we can achieve this particular solution, and that can be expanded to various business, not just specific to one business line. So our solution is divided into three main parts, or we can say three steps. The first step would be initial competitor analysis. As you can see on the screen, in this first step, we choose the target area. Now, in the target area, we can either give a location name, address, or lat and long coordinates of that specific location. And as you can see here, the first step when I launched it, it is asking for a center latitude and longitude. I can just hover my mouse and you can see the latitude of the center point. So you can enter these particular coordinates, or you can take a location or address of. And next, we can specify radius of our search from the central point. Now, this is my central point, and I have specified a radius of 1,500 meters. And second, we can set the minimum distance from my competitors. There are existing competitors from my new outlet that I need to establish, and I need to set a minimum distance to filter out those existing competitors, which is when I enter 300 meters, and system will automatically fetch the location and distance of the competitors. And in this first step, my final analysis would be where you can configure the proximity for the search. Means if there is a small colony, a small area with a minimum distance, you can say 10 meters, you want to say it as a area that you want to search it for, 100 meters. Depends on various business needs that you can configure it for. So we can configure the proximity for the search. Once the filter values are entered, I will apply. The system will locate all possible coordinates in the target area. Now, depending on the inputs that I gave, all the green bubbles or the dots or circles that you can see, this is my target area. What it has done, it has taken inputs from me, filtering out existing competitors by maintaining a minimum distance. And minimum distance here it was 300 meters. So now this step identifies the potential area for new outlets. And red dots or circles are my existing competitors. In this case, we have taken a petroleum outlet, right? Indian Oil is there, Bharat Petroleum. There are many other outlets. Now we just filtered out with a certain minimum distance and identify the possible area where I can set up or I can suggest or recommend. Now these parameters that we could just see on the parameter section was or could be customized or expanded based on your specific needs. Now with this knowledge, I can extend it to my second step, or I can step into my second step saying that now I have an idea of a target area, but then I want to navigate down or to the granular level of the roads and highways, because that are more strategic locations where you can attract your customers. So the second step involves road analysis. Now we can further narrow down by identify possible locations across these roads and highways in the city. You can select it. We have given a selection, or you can extend the filter type for narrowing down your location search. Now it is all roads and highways. I have taken it all roads. Because the petrol pump has to be near a main road or highway. However, on the same line for other businesses, we can set the location preferences. I took a selection as all roads, and you can see the clusters in those specific target area. As you can see in the initial competitor analysis, we identify target area, and now we have a specific locations across the or along the roads and highways. So based on initial analysis, now we have identified the best possible clusters. Now we can see the clusters, and these are our existing competitors. Why road analysis? Because this will pinpoint the prime locations in a city on major routes, which will enhance the accessibility and also the visibility for potential customers. Now, with this knowledge of prime locations that we have established or recommendation, now we'll head to final step, which is our point of interest, where we can do a clustering, ranking, and recommendation, which is my third step. When I say third step, we have employed machine learning algorithms and also to determine the most optimal clusters among the area that we have chosen based on our initial two learnings. Now this will add relevance to the output type. How? The first option asks for point of interest. What point of interest? It could be hospital, malls, not really limited to these options. It can be extended to any number of selections for your specific business. And this can vary. This can vary. And then you have a cluster method where it can be auto or manual, where you can select that. We are taking POI density count, which is 7. When I say POI density, it just simply means how many POIs or point of interest you want in a given area to ensure the cluster is robust enough to attract customer. Means you want to have a 7 or 10 point of interest in specific area, you can increase that particular density or decrease that. And final selection would be recommended points, which is the top N. How many recommendations you want, like top 5, top 10, you can choose it. Now I will apply. I have taken top 3 locations that I want to see, which is why it is just communicating back to the algorithm and bringing down or narrowing down the 3 locations. So among all the clusters that we have established in a possible target location, these are our, as you can see, they are just lying across along the highways and roads. But also what value you can add to this clustering, ranking and recommendation is, you can connect to external data sources to bring in additional contextual data, like it could be a weather condition, health sensitivity data, traffic data. So this helps you to enhance the accuracy of our location recommendations. So if you are using more parameters, it just gives you the most optimal suggestion. Now all these 3 steps involve machine learning model, which will evaluate all the POIs that we have included and scores most optimal clusters. This ensures, or all these 3 steps ensures your maximum profitability from all those outlets, or if you are aiming for expansion, you can reduce the risk of the loss. So this is a quick glance through of how our location intelligence and Intellicus can bring you a profitable recommendations. And thank you for your patience in attending this webinar or demo. Our solution is versatile. Now this is specific to petroleum outlet, but however this solution is versatile, can be adapted to various business types and use cases beyond just our recommendation. To give you a deeper understanding of how our solution can fit into other business needs, I would like to invite Anurag to share more details on that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Sagar. So I'm sure you would have seen the power and capacity of the solution, where it can pull in data from different sources, collate them, show them in an interactive form, do the machine learning modeling, and take a lot of user interactions to give an insightful information. And of the same solution right now, what Sagar demonstrated was more from opening a gas station or an outlet or a petrol pump. But this can be extended across industries. Like for an example, if you talk about retail store placement, so where we can optimize like where to open a new location, new store location based on a foot traffic, mostly footfalls, where there's more sales, similar historical trend information if we have. Same goes with the restaurant or cafe location. So we can pinpoint the ideal spot based on the competitor analysis as well. So there's an eatery area or a food court kind of thing. So having away from a competitor or near to the eating zone, which would be more preferable. So, and also based on the customer demographic and all, we can analyze and predict that part as well. Now in healthcare, it could be useful to recommend where to open a clinic, where to open a hospital or a pharmacy store based on the health data. For financial organization like banks and ATMs, we can strategically place them for customers' convenience based on the population density and the economic activity. Moving to the infrastructure and public services also, we can leverage this solution. Like for an example, to finding the optimal location for transportation hub. Now for enhancing the accessibility by analyzing the say commuter pattern data or a population density data, we can recommend where exactly that hub should be open. Now for educational institute, we can recommend any school, college, or even a bookstore based on the demographic trends. For emergency services, this could be very important to find the optimal location for opening a fire station or a police station, medical service, etc., based on again analyzing the population density or an incident data. So the product has a robust ETL and the storage layer, as I've already detailed it out. So in addition to the standard data any organization will be having, we can bring in a lot of contextual analysis also, like adding a demographic data, like population density, age distribution, the economic data, having like industry distribution, commercial activity happening, the employment rates, the transportation data based on the traffic patterns, public transportation routes, usage statistics, health and safety data, like the crime rates, health indicators, hospital locations, environmental data, weather data, like air quality, pollution level. So all of these information can be brought in together, blended, and used for our analysis. So we have that flexibility to kind of do that seamlessly. Might be a historical data or even a real-time data, so that we get a very insightful information. And the product has flexibility that we can fine-tune or orchestrate the solution as we want, specific to our business. So that's all from the demo and the presentation side. Over to you, Rohini.
Okay, thanks, Anurag. Thank you everyone for joining in. Hope you had an insightful session. Our team will be in contact with you for the questions we couldn't take up here. Thanks again.